Yeah.
Okay, so I had to take off time lapse. Ran into a snag with the axles. So apparently, there's two different lengths. I didn't know that. That's new to me. The only way I found out is because the ABS ring diameters are apparently different, and it was actually making contact with the sensor itself. So, shit, I gotta figure out the right axles to buy. I threw away the boxes, so hopefully O'Reilly's will take these back and exchange them for the right ones. I don't know. We will find that out. Hopefully they're open tomorrow. I can run there and kind of, I don't know, get a game plan for that. So hit a snag, but kind of got it. I guess kind of got the differential into the subframe. There's a slight leak on the front nose of the pinion. Gonna ignore that for now. If it becomes a problem, I'll just drop it again. I can leave the subframe and everything in the car and just drop it and figure out, but I need to get it running, check everything out, so hopefully O'Reilly's has the axles, so we'll see. Alright, so here's one of the new axles. I bought axles before all this, and apparently, because I have a 92, which is like a borderline year from E30 to E36, they still had some E30, like convertible models, 92, and then that's when they first had the 36 with the sedan, and I think the coupe. So, of course, I bought the cheapest axles, which happened to be for the E30. Piss poor planning on my part. I got one. I was able to get one locally from O'Reilly's. It's $20 more. Still waiting on the next one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna install. One axle now. The one on the farthest side, kind of hard to get to when it's in the car. And there's one on the, I guess, the closer side that's kind of easy to get to. So I'm gonna do the harder side when everything's out, and then kind of, I guess, roll it outside and kind of get it set up to jack up and to get it underneath the, just get it mounted up in the car. So I'll actually have the subframe actually into the car. So I think I'm going to set it up on a, just a time lapse to get the axle in, and I'm going to kind of set everything up. So let me just try to get this axle in. Hopefully, because it's the right axle, it should slip right in. Alright, got the axle in. It's a whole hell of a lot easier. And what I did was, instead of reusing the, let's see, I got them right here. Instead of reusing this goofy star head bolts that they had from stock, I just went to McMaster. Just got some regular Allen head, and I got 12.9 instead of just a regular 8.8s. So a little bit stronger and a more, I guess, common socket head. Everything I had for that star bit was like a quarter inch, so I was like, oh, well, I'll just fix it once. I got all those for $9. I think I have the let's see. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. It's these M10 1.5 45 mil long. That's the McMaster part number. I also got new bolts for the rear trailing arm brackets to mount to the car. All those were rusted to shit. So got that one on. It's pretty simple. I'm gonna show you a neat trick to get this axle nut on with it off the car with no real working brakes. So I'm gonna set that up. All right, so this is my little ghetto setup here. So what I did was I took two of the rear brake pads. The ones, I guess the front ones, the ones without the little clip to kind of center it in the piston. And I just used two big ass C-clamps to act as like almost like a two piston brake caliper, and just tighten the shit out of them to kind of hold on there. And that way I can get that collar nut on there and you're supposed to torque it to 184 foot-pounds. Listen, guys, the channel's called Hacked Fab. I'm gonna tighten it as much as I can, and that's gonna be fucking good enough. Okay, it's got these two little, I don't know if you can see it. These two little relief cuts inside the axle itself. And what you do is you hammer the ends of the nut down, and what that does is that kind of locks it in place. If it's 150 foot-pounds versus 184 foot-pounds, is it going to make a difference? Probably fucking not. I mean, this car doesn't even make 200 horsepower. I got bigger fish to fry. I think the fucking axle's going to break before this little nut backs off. It'll be good to go. I'm going to torque it down, aka grunt 3 times when I'm pushing down on the breaker bar. Then I'm going to peen the little edges in on the collar, on the nut, and call it a fucking day. Yeah, that's it. So let's get to that. Hopefully the next shot, I don't know what time it is. Hopefully I still have daylight. I can kind of get the wheel of subframe out there, kind of get it set up, and put it under the car. It'd be nice to be able to do that. Just got a couple things. The rear trailing arm brackets, got to pop on there, and she'll be ready to chooch. So we'll see. Alright, so I gotta do some clearance and some of the weld beads, especially up here around the actual, I guess, welded in nuts. Some of the weld beads kind of stick up. They're a little proud of the surface, and so what that's doing is it's kind of making the trailing arm bracket not sit flush. There's a bit of a gap here, so it's making it not sit flush with the body of the car. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to come through and just, you know, grind some off, test fit again, grind some off, test fit again, and just get it as flush as I can with these nuts here. It's pretty much the main goal for this part, is just make sure everything's flush. Then once everything's flush, I'll come back and hit it better with some paint. I know there's some, I just wanted something to kind of make sure it's it wouldn't flash rust here, and I'll try to get better and try to get it, you know, up here in the actually top end of the pocket. There's a little hole here. It looks like you kind of see there's a little bit of rust around it, but it's nothing too bad. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to set you up on a time lapse here, just to kind of show me grinding it, just to, I guess, filter. Okay, hard to do this with 2 hands, but got it to where it won't move anymore and it won't rock. So it's all ready. This side's all ready. So now I'm gonna do the other side, but I'm gonna show you the other side. It's the same thing as before. You just pretty much just try to see if I can zoom in on it. Just grinding down some of the high spots, welds. I had some BBs and stuff. Pretty much just grind everything smooth so it'll just sit flush, and I'll come back with a razor blade and kind of clean up some of the seam sealer just on the surface. Alright, after some fighting, I got the subframe in. Got the brake calipers all mounted back up. Now, I guess the next thing I have to do is get that passenger side CV axle in. Then after that, what I can do is I have to drop the center carrier bearing on the drive shaft just so I can get the studs on the end of the drive shaft to get into the differential. Working by myself, I couldn't get the drive shaft to line up while I was installing the subframe, so I just figured hopefully I don't open a can of worms trying to drop that center bearing. I know the nuts look a little rusted, so hopefully everything comes out. But yeah, let's get that drive shaft in. Okay, so the subframe's in, and now I'm just gonna sit here and install the CV. Let me see if I can put you guys on a quick time lapse here while I install. Okay, got the axle all in. Now it's time to put the coils and the shocks on in the back. So this is the stock coil here. This is the one that's not broken, and this is the eBay special coil. And I guess that's ride height adjustment there. I don't think you can really preload these springs. Maybe you can, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna start out by trying to get these to kind of the same height, just to give me a starting point, because I have no idea. I didn't really measure the rear axle, rear ride height, I mean, so really no starting point. I'm just gonna kind of wing it from this, and then just I guess adjust as needed, just to kind of get the same height so it can get into the car. So yeah, I'm gonna throw the coils in and the shocks on one side, and just see how it is. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, got them in after fighting it. I got the spring a little high on the adjuster. I think I have really no down travel, and I think I have also minimal up travel. So I gotta look at what the ride height's gonna look like, and just to see if I can just maybe take out, or maybe the lower little adapter piece or something, because I mean the spring's close. I mean, it's got some play in it, but it just looks close to solid. So I don't know. We're gonna have to see when we set it down, just to see how bad it is. Alright, I got you guys set up on a tripod here. Looking down the drive shaft itself. I got one side of the carrier bearing nuts off. About to get the other. I might just drop it loose, just so I can give me enough, I guess, room to kind of wiggle the drive shaft if need be. But if that's not enough room, I'll just go ahead and drop it. Yeah, that's better. Everything's so fucking rusty that 13s are oxidized into 14s, and it's a fucking nightmare. But I think this should probably be able to get it off. Alright, nuts coming off. That's good. Good sign. Should put some penetrant on it. Well, PD, but it's too late. It's almost. Let's see. Well, it's loose. It's loose. Let's see if I can wiggle the drive shaft some. Screw it in some. Hope I don't hit the camera. If I do, my apologies. No, it's not enough. I need to drop the whole damn thing. That's fine. Man, this motherfucker's a motherfucker. It's gonna fight me the whole way out. Put both of them right there in front of the camera. Easy on me. Alright, let's see if I I can do this with one fucking hand. Alright, let's slide y'all a little closer. Hopefully y'all can still see if I adjust the camera. Okay. Put it back. Hopefully I can get this shit. Jack stands don't fail me now. I'm under the car. Is there no fucking ability to fucking adjust this shit? I'm gonna slide in. Slide that bitch in. There we go. Some slide in. There's no slip yoke or nothing? I don't know how the fuck BMW does shit. Get it in a hole. God damn it. Not that hole, but rotate this bitch out. Fishing gear. No. No. Bitch did have a slip yoke, son of a bitch. It do be like that sometimes. Hey, putting the drive shaft back in. Hey, you do me a favor. If you open the door to the car, the passenger door, front one, I don't know where I'm at, but the front one, and the gear shift, if you just put it into a gear. Right now it's in neutral, so you can move it left and right freely. So you can either just push it forward or backwards into any gear. It doesn't really matter.
You jumping in there? Yeah.
For now, for a second, and then I'm going to ask you to take it out of gear. Can you put it back in gear? Pull it out of gear, please. Alright. Almost done. Alright, take it out of gear. Alright, put it back in gear. This should be the last one. Let's see. We got the subframe in. It's done. Subframe's in. Parking brake cables are in. Drive shaft mounted to the subframe. We got the rear coils and shocks in. Don't really know what it looks like on the ground. The front's not on the ground. The front coilovers aren't in. We're still over here. pretty much the subframe is done. I think all I have to do is maybe readjust the parking brake a little bit. I'm gonna wait until everything's in and I can get it on the ground and kind of test drive it. The only thing I have to do is I have to put oil in the diff. I don't know what kind of oil it takes for a limited slip. I have to look, see if I have to use friction modifier or anything like that. Let's see. That's it. It's in. Let me know what you think. Do you want me to add more information? I guess what kind of formatting? I mean, there's a couple people that watch these videos. I don't know what kind of formatting you want. You want like step-by-step stuff? You want more just like reaction things, just showing? More time-lapse stuff showing just what I'm doing? Or maybe more of this, I guess, dialogue. I guess it's not dialogue, monologue about what I did, everything that I'm doing. So yeah, that's it for this video. Next video is going to be interesting because I got the exhaust all laid out here, and then over here, that's a huge box of bends. So I'm running a 2.5-inch exhaust pipe. Just going to cut it right before this O2 sensor, and just going to have one resonator come back, and they're going to have a end-piece muffler type thing. It's going to look kind of rice a little bit, I guess, because it's cheap. It was a $33 muffler and like a $35 resonator, and then the exhaust pieces were, I think it was 130 bucks, but they'll have enough to do another vehicle if I need to, like maybe the Ranger that's in here forever with the 5-liter, maybe. But yeah, just let me know in the comments what you think about the video, what kind of formatting you think you need me to do. If you want more how-to, if you want more dialogue, more time-lapse stuff, just let me know. Alright, take care.